What up? Y'all share this video to y'all social media. He should get Ray on your channel. Oh my goodness. Man, I don't think it's like that, man. Ray might have some Colombian business on him. I don't know about that. Pretty sure somebody from D.C. would get a hold of him. Maybe Kurt Bone. I don't know. I know his situation ain't gonna go like his situation ain't gonna be like the Outpost situation. I promise you that. I mean, yeah, he ain't gonna be hanging out and shit like Outpost. You see, they don't play that. Peace. Good afternoon. The dribble is in the building. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. If this your first time on my live stream, see what we doing here. All right. He said, damn, the price just went up. Subscribe to the channel. Good afternoon. I'm gonna open up the hotline in a little bit. What up? He said, nah, Gully, you asked the right questions. Man, everybody that's been a drug kingpin that come home from prison, it's not a public situation, man. Some people might just want to go on with their lives. I'm almost positive that Rayful didn't just put some people in jail. He did something to Kevin Gray and them, if I'm not mistaken, and shit. Them niggas don't fuck around. The situation, it's not like the Apple situation. It's not public. The way these dudes doing interviews, Ray gonna be a millionaire soon. Someone says he's in Nashville. I actually heard some years ago from one of my followers, I just never said nothing to none of y'all. One of my followers swore up and down that they worked with him at a plastic shop, at like a foundry or something in South Carolina. They swore up and down. They said this to me some years ago. And I'm like, word? They like, yeah, I'm almost positive it's him and shit. I guess he had another name or something like that, but you know, when did he get released? I believe he's been out for some years now. I got reason to believe he's been out for some years now, and he probably just got clearance to go to D.C. or come out of wherever he was hiding at. He said he's been in Witsec for over 10 years hiding in plain sight. That's not been confirmed, but I believe it's a possibility. I'm gonna read a post I made in 2022 in regards to this. Thank you for your contribution in the community. You always keeping the block hot. Are you still policing? I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm gonna read a post that I made on Instagram in 2022. It says a former District of Columbia drug kingpin who 2 years ago had the expectation he would spend the rest of his life in prison can be a free man in less than 30 months. Rayful Edmund III, 57, has had the benefit of sentence reductions in Washington, and on Tuesday for a second time by U.S. Middle District Judge Matthew W. Brand because of extensive cooperation with the authorities. The effect of the judge ruling was to reduce the 30-year term originally imposed in 1997 by the state senior judge, Malcolm Muir, to 24 years. Brand in April had cut it to 27 years, so he's received some time cuts recently. That was posted in 2022. Let me see, I probably can get out the exact date that I posted it. Subscribe to the channel. We got lots to talk about today. Shout out to Denver, Colorado. I just covered a jewelry store, Halal Fine Jewelry, and they are owned and operated by some black jewelers um, who actually from the D.C. area. Believe it or not, those guys that's out in Colorado getting busy that I just did that interview with, they from D.C. So yeah, DC is buzzing heavily right now. The video that y'all seen when he got out of prison, allegedly, and he put his arm around a guy, that was one of his gunners back in the day. His name was Whitey and shit. Have you seen the Rayful Edmund documentary? You know who that was. Some people made some reference as if there was some homosexual undertones to it, man. Every time y'all see black men show, affection or acknowledgement to each other and shit, it don't have to be no homosexual shit. Y'all need to pause. Y'all need to chill out with that. But yeah, if you follow me on Instagram at I am Gully TV _, I originally posted in 2022 that within 30 months he should have been home. So he was 57 years old at the time. He's probably 60 now. Gully, I got a question. How you feel about the streets? How do you think the streets feel about Ray coming home? I was reading the comments under the DC Decades Instagram page. You got to pay attention to the DC Instagram pages, DC Decades, DC Blacks. Those pages will probably have a little bit more credibility. But anyway, I seen some big wigs from DC in the comments, and they was like, they not fucking with it. They not in agreement with it. Somebody asked me last night, what do I think Kurt Bone feels about it? Shout out to Kurt. I gotta discuss you, Kurt. They asking me about you. I'm gonna be frank with y'all. Kurt is a gentleman, right? They probably have a conversation in private or something like that, and that probably will be the extent of it. They was on the same case. They was co-defendants. I'm pretty sure they got big money together and shit like that. Kurt, I'm sure, doesn't agree with the decisions that Ray made. I've interviewed Kurt Bone in the past, and he didn't even want to fuck with the topic or the subject at all. He got his own podcast. He also directed the documentary, him along with Kurt Frazier, who films the Kurt Bone podcast. He's home now. He's somebody who probably will get a movie on his life. That's probably something that's being discussed, but it's like this. I'm gonna keep it funky with you and shit. People got this thing where they rat. Niggas love they niggas. Niggas love they niggas. Niggas love their childhood friends and shit like that. So whatever he did, it's people around him that's saying, he didn't tell on us. He didn't tell on me. He was good to us. He was good to me. As you see, that was his man Whitey greeted him I don't know whether he was at the airport. I don't know where they was at. But there's people that is fond of him. There's people, it was in the comments too, people saying, man, he paid my mom's mortgage. He did this. He bought all of us kicks. So there's people that love him and hold him in a high regard. And then you got people who, stand by the convict code of no telling and shit like that. this is real life that we dealing with. Number one, nobody wants to die in jail. The niggas who didn't tell, they probably didn't have the option to tell on anybody. Nobody's trying to do 50 years in jail. Nobody wants to die in jail. You in jail, your family on the street is dying, your mother dying, your people's dying off and shit. Like everything that you know is dying. They doing time too. They just doing their time on the street. Um, Prisons are made out of concrete and steel. Prisons don't get diabetes. Prisons don't get bone cancer, lung cancer, um, testicular cancer, none of that. Prisons don't get none of that. People get shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And them guys that's in them prisons eating them fucking sodium filled soups for 30, 40 years at a time. Them niggas on the inside could get ailments too, could get, health problems too. You're not promised to come home. So again, trust me, believe me when I tell you, Arab not happy to be in jail for 40 with a 45-year sentence. He's not. Max B, whatever he got, he's not happy to be there. What's my man from No Limit? C Murder. C Murder, his brother is a millionaire. His brother got money, got, access to resources and shit. But those resources haven't put his ass back on the streets and shit. Um, for real, nobody wants to die in jail. You hear this thing about Max B. Max B coming home. He is coming home one day in a box, a pine box, or after he do them 50 years or whatever he owed them people and shit like that. Straight like that. There's no other way. And these guys who telling or told, they got cell phones in jail. Them niggas is watching Sammy the Bull get on the internet, talk about what he did. Let's just say it's over. The whole no snitching thing, it's over because you got mobsters, a lot of them. You got a lot of mobsters. It's one on the channel right now, somebody channel right now, talking about how he was an informant or a cooperator for 20 years and shit like that. They are online talking about this shit. In the 80s, they wouldn't have been doing that. They was killing motherfuckers' families and shit like that. Like they was putting shit down. But now these guys, these mob dudes who once had the code of omerta, the code of silence, they getting online telling all the business and shit like that. So the whole code is over with. The mafia shit is broke. The American mafia shit is broke. You know what I mean? Joey Molino's online. This is something that was unheard of. You don't even talk about it, but they talking about it. And somebody who can look at Sammy the Bull and say, he told on John Gotti, he's free and nobody's bothering him. There's no reason why I should die in jail. If nobody's bothering him, I can get out and tell too. And if they didn't give you the option to tell, you're not going to do 30 years, 50 years. You're not going to die there. You know why? Because your family telling you to tell. Your family telling you to tell. Your mother telling you to tell. Baby, I miss you. You need to come home. Do whatever you got to do to get up out here. Your woman telling you. She tired of sleeping by herself. She's telling you to tell and come home because she's basically letting you know, if you don't tell and come home, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Like, I'm not going to do 50 years with you. I'm about to go fuck your homeboy who out here on the streets. So all of this shit, he said Molino cooperated. No, he didn't. But I'm saying that he's online talking and doing interviews and shit. You know what I'm saying? My man laughed. He said, your family telling you to tell. This is well known. Families be telling their people to tell. They be telling their people to tell. Families be wanting, man, you think they want to keep coming to see you for 30 fucking years and shit? You in jail, you from DC, you in jail in Utah and shit like that. That shit costs money. Motherfuckers they not trying to keep accepting your expensive ass calls and shit like that. This motherfucker need to be on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it's chicks that don't give a fuck about that. They want a dick. They want a dick in their bed every night. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the reward has proven to be extremely tempting and great. Like, I know this to be the truth. The niggas that did they 30, 40, 50, shit like that, they didn't have any options. They didn't have any options. They didn't. They didn't. I'm keeping it real. They didn't have any options to tell. And the ones that did, I heard that the COs in the federal system be saying this. There's two types of people in jail. The niggas that told and the niggas that wish they told. That's what they say. So um, I just know that I don't think he gonna be hanging out and partying and shit. The shit that you seen Alpo doing in New York, I don't think Rayful is that naive to be trying no shit like that in DC. Because like I said, I'm almost positive that he did something in regards to the Kevin Gray case, and them niggas was bodying shit. So I'm pretty sure they still got family members and associates that's on the streets. There you go. I know he definitely hit a stash of money somewhere. Those old $100 bills from the 80s. I don't think nobody doing 1,000 years in jail is even normal. That's not normal. It's abnormal. I'm about to open up this hotline in just a second. And I want to hear from y'all, see what y'all got to say. He said Ray ain't hanging outside. I don't think so. I don't think so. They don't play that in DC. They don't. They'll bust your ass in DC about that bullshit. Man, there's snitches everywhere, too. I gotta add that. Y'all keep talking about Skinny Me. Skinny Me was an everyday hoodlum. Trust me, the ARAB don't want to be where he at, man. Like, you get to getting off into your bid, man, and you get to watching niggas leave. Like, you know who gonna leave while you doing the 45 years? The niggas that have 5 years that you was walking the track with, getting tight with. You gonna watch them leave. Then you gonna watch the niggas who had 10 years leave. You gonna watch them leave. You gonna watch some of the niggas that have 5 years and 10 years come back. And then they gonna leave again. And you still doing time. You feel me? That's gotta fuck with your mind and shit like that. You watching niggas go to fuck home and shit, and you like, damn, man, I'm stuck like a motherfucker, man. I got to get the fuck up out of here before I die. You know what I'm saying? Before my mama die, before it, I'm not getting any visits anymore. I'm not getting mail like I used to. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm a walking dead, man. Trust me. We being for real right here. But in regards to Rayful in DC, I don't think he gonna be hanging out. I think he know better than to be fucking around like that. He probably won't even come back to DC and shit. He said, I was about to say, you see people leave and come back. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He said, would you have told to save your mother? My mother is MGT, Muslim Girls Training, in the Nation of Islam for 40 years. My mother wasn't going to the fucking penitentiary. You can't even ask me no shit like that. Rayful did something to get his mother out. Pappy Mason told his mother to do her fucking time. So you got different breeds and different levels of criminality and shit. The best policy is this. Don't break the law. Stay on the streets. The drug kingpin thing, that's been over with for some time. I believe that the internet has provided us with a forum where we could see the direct pitfalls of being a drug kingpin and shit, because the shit get glamorized and shit, but they don't tell you about the imminent danger, the shit that's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Straight like that. He did tell. He said he did not tell to save his mother. He told because a bunch of dudes owe him millions of dollars. That was his incentive to tell. They wasn't gonna let him out because he was doing life. He told them to let my mom out. That's the story that was revealed. That's, I believe, some of the information that was shared on the documentary by Kurt Fraser. It's one of the best documentaries ever. But he's home. He don't look like his energy on camera that didn't strike me as a person that just got home. He seemed like he'd been out for a minute. That's what I gathered from that. He said it's all the Troy Reed movies coming to life. Troy Reed didn't do the Rayful joint. That was a dude from DC named Kirk Frazier. Anyway, about to open up this hotline, man. I want to hear from y'all. Rayful going to Hollywood, consultant for drug movies, most likely. My question is, if he in the feds and the main car is DC, how hard was his bid, which had the impact? He did his time as well. He wasn't with regular, after Lewisburg, they talk about it in his documentary. He disappeared from population and shit. They put him in witness protection within the federal system, so he hasn't done time with regular DC niggas in a long time. Y'all ready? He said, is Preacher still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. He got, Preacher got cancer. This is something that's being spoke of. Preacher is old and he got cancer. He probably gonna die there. The hotline is about to be open, man. Let me see. Yeah, we could take some calls now. The number is 646-592-7850. I want to hear what y'all got to say about DC drug kingpin Rayful Edmund is back on the street. This seems to be a hot topic right now. Let's see what y'all got to say. Charleston White. Uh-oh. We got our first call. Yo.
Big brother, what's up, bro?
Big brother, you gotta put the Almighty at the end. Big brother dribble Almighty.
Big brother dribble Almighty. Shout out to my fellow Libra brother, bro.
No doubt.
In regards to Rayful Edmund, nobody want to be going fucking 1,000 years in the mountains, 1,000 years in that feds. Fuck.
Nah.
Everybody's living their life and shit, and you about to fucking die there. Like what you said. Motherfuckers from 5, 10, 15, 25 years, 30 years, they're going to come out eventually. And you're going to be there till now on. Like you said, till the sunburn.
To the sunburn out. Yeah.
To the sunburn out. That's some sick ass shit. Like, as Zippet said on one of his songs, yo, you're going to have to die 3 times to see them white folks. The fuck? Who wants to live like that? But I can give you an anecdote from my life, Gully. My mom said this to me. Because, I live in the suburbs, but, people can still get caught up imbued in the bullshit, right?
Right.
She told me succinctly, yo, if you go to jail or if you get convicted of a crime, you do your time and you don't snitch. You know why she said don't snitch? And she invariably told me this, Gully?
Tell me.
Because imagine the people that you snitched on trying to run down on me. I have nothing to do with your calamity. I have nothing to do with the catastrophic shit that you put upon yourself. Because you wantonly and arbitrarily put that upon you. Why should I go down? My mom always says this too. Why should I will not hypothecate my house for your legal expenses. And I understand it wholeheartedly. That's why, I'm on the straight and narrow. I was never a kid who was out there flippantly doing weird or retarded shit. You feel me?
Right.
But ultimately, this is life. Life is highly unpredictable, and, things can happen at a moment's notice. But it's incumbent on you to be circumspect and intelligent to not find yourself in the pitfalls that us melanated folks have out there first, because it's a lot of bullshit.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, I look at it from here, like, I like the honor system, Gully. I thoroughly enjoy the honor system, because if you do all this iniquity and all this foul shit, you're going to have to wear it. But people want to die and escape their karma. And that's what they do essentially when they tell. Think about it. You go crack to your community, you kill niggas that look like you, and you ratted on niggas that come from the same position as you. See, this is why, like, when people say Alpo was this, Alpo was that, like, ultimately it's this. You ratted and you snitched on niggas that came up the same way as you. So how can we look at you a certain type of way? But you know, Alpo stepped to niggas because Alpo was a killer, and niggas kept that rat shit to themselves when Alpo was in the presence of them. You feel me?
Right. Right. What city you from, fam? I'm gonna take another call. I appreciate you calling in. What city you from?
I'm from Long Island, but you know, Nassau County, Freeport, stand up, but like born in Brooklyn.
Shout out to Long Island. I appreciate you calling in. Next caller, let's get it. Boom, boom. He said, damn, all them kingpins told. I just told y'all something similar to this recently. When Homeboy got out 15 years early from that BMF case, that shit didn't make any fucking sense. I told y'all that. Pay attention. Yo, you talking to the dribble. What's good?
Peace, King. Corey Sales from Harrisburg, man. Decisions Podcast.
Oh, what's up? See, what's happening? How you doing? Shout out to Harrisburg.
Yeah, I'm cooling. It's funny. The book that we subscribe to really isn't a book for us. It's really not a book for me. Like all the street rules, street politics, how we was taught to move, it's really a facade. It's really bullshit. You feel me? Like you spoke about, they were speaking about the good brother telling him to get his moms out of jail. We shouldn't even put our folks in those type of situations. You understand what I'm saying? That's really not a normal way of life. There's so many people out here that never ever have the fear of going to jail.
Yeah.
Because those criminal elements aren't in their life. You know what I'm saying? We wake up and we think we're supposed to hustle, sell drugs, or do something illegal, take chances to be able to come up. And it's really not. That's not the truth.
I heard somebody say recently on one of these, it might be a meme I seen on Instagram, and the guy was saying all the square niggas,
Winning.
they winning. They never went to jail. Their houses is paid for. They got careers, jobs.
Vacations.
Yeah, everything worked out for them, and we thought that they was corny because they didn't choose to live a similar lifestyle.
It's funny. I had a homie. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I had a homie, right? At the age of like 19, 20, he started working for the gas company in New York. He said, Corey, after like 4 years, I was making $120,000 a year. Right now, I think he put in about almost 20-something years. He got an $800,000 house, great credit, drive what he want to drive, and he still go to work.
Right.
Still party, still vacation, still do all the things that you would think he was a hustler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really, we were taught, we were programmed to think wrong is right and right is wrong.
Yeah, we gotta reprogram ourselves. That's why recently I've been sharing a lot of information going on in my personal life, so people can extract whatever works for them, but understand that there's nothing wrong with having a job and living righteous, because you go into the fucking penitentiary. We seeing people go to the penitentiary daily, and some ain't coming home, and there's some guys that not even blessed enough to go to the penitentiary. They going to the cemetery. So
I got an 067 number, right?
Yeah.
I did 7 years in jail, right? In that 7 years, all my worst nightmares came true. My daughter was molested. My kids was disrupted. Didn't have stable homes. I lost contact with my son. He going house to house. He was a baby, 1 year old. Now, if I was home, none of that would have happened.
right.
You understand what I'm saying? None of that would have happened. But the fact that I wasn't around, I couldn't even console my daughter and say, baby, I got you. Because I'm locked up.
Yeah.
That's the worst feeling in the world, shit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Incarceration put a man at a terrible disadvantage. Corey, I appreciate you calling in, man. I'm gonna take another caller. Shout out to Harrisburg.
Shout out to you, kid.
Yeah. These is real life stories. The biological clock, it don't stop. You can get a new everything except for time. Time is something that you can't recover. So be mindful of what you're doing. If you go to the prison system and shit, that's essentially time out. But the biological clock continues to tick and shit. So the choice is yours. The choice is yours. Understand this. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Make sure y'all like the video. 600 people here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. He said, it looks like if you're on top, you're telling. The niggas that's on top be having the most to lose. They don't be wanting to go to fucking prison. They got all the goddamn money. Your money ain't worth shit in the penitentiary. You can't buy nothing but commissary. So, yeah, them niggas don't be wanting to go to fucking jail. They'll rather send somebody else to jail for them. I see y'all keep talking about Mr. Flannery in the comments and shit. Meech don't want to be in jail. He don't. He don't. He don't. Believe you me, he don't. Straight up. Subscribe to the channel. Next caller, what's up? The number 646-592-7850. Moderator, put that in the chat, man. Put that number in the chat. Shout out to Brother Corey for calling in. The Debatable Decisions podcast out of Harrisburg. Crime pays, that bid just hurt. It's your turn. If you know better, you do better. Crime pays sometimes. It's often brief. It boils down to time again. Like you on the shot clock, even when you get money and shit. It's just only a matter. They only got to catch you one time and shit. Frank Matthews said, Meech already tried to tell, it just ain't work. 646-592-7850. Talk to the dribble. I want to hear how y'all feel about Rayful Edmund being released. You know what I'm saying? And how it will affect society, especially in Washington, D.C. I don't think he's going to do no hanging out in D.C. Corey Chambers said, Meech still told. He said, what was your first meal out? Man, I ain't been in the prison system since 2004. I got out and got a hold of these computers and cameras and never looked back. You know what I'm saying? I'm in an office space now and shit, doing my thing, man. That ain't even a part of my reality and shit. I don't even be wanting to talk to no niggas in jail. I tell my niggas, man, see me when you get free. I got you. I have something for you. See me when you get... Don't call me. He said, we trying to hear Rayful stories, that's it. I keep telling y'all, man, I believe Rayful's name is associated with some heavy dudes out of D.C., man. I think his name was Kevin Gray. I believe he did something to Kevin Gray and his organization. It's that shark water. This is well known. I know them niggas had heavy bodies. He said the jail calls be depressing as fuck. Not only do they be depressing, it be niggas calling you that don't even call you on the streets. Man, what the fuck do you keep calling me for, man? We was on the streets, I hardly heard from you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have seen each other and shit, but you wasn't calling me. Atlanta, talk to the dribble. What's up?
Yo, what up, Gully?
What's going on? Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name Trouble. I'm actually from New York. I just been in Atlanta for the past 3 years.
What's going on with you? Talk to me.
Yeah, I was just checking out what you were saying about
I posted a post on Instagram in 2022, and it said that he was going in front of a judge to get a time reduction for his original case. I believe it was in 1990. It was in the 90s. But his original case, he went to go get a time reduction. That right there told you that he was making his way out of the prison system. When that Trump made some type of law change, First Offenders Act, some old shit, and a lot of niggas came home. The dudes that did some telling, they wanted some fucking relief too and shit. They wanted they out too. So he started trying to make his way out of jail, and there's a video that went viral yesterday. That's him hugging his man Whitey, who, if you watch the Rayful Edmund documentary by Kurt Frazier and Kurt Bone, you know that Whitey was one of his hitters when he was young. So the guys that love him, the guys that he did things for, they happy that he's out. But DC ain't Harlem. You know what I mean? Like the way that Alpo was just hanging out, partying, and walking up on niggas and shit like that. They don't play that in DC. And that's primarily why I got on this live stream, so we could talk about it.
Yo, facts. And you know what? You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just thinking, like, he got to move a certain type of way, because ain't gonna be none of that hanging out on the block like back in the 80s and the 90s. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just wanted to holler at you, man, shout you out. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you, man. Continue to fuck with the dribble. Word up.
You already know.
Yeah, peace. Yo.
Yo.
Talk to me.
What's going on, bro?
What's your name, pimp?
This Idris Amir, man.
Who?
Idris Amir.
Oh, okay. What's up, Idris? How you doing? Appreciate you calling in.
What's good, man? How you doing, man? Hey, man, I'm listening to this live. And listen, I understand everything that's being said. But let me tell you something, man. We make an executive decision when we do what we got to do. There's no justifying putting everybody that was doing the same thing with you in the jail. You knew what you was doing. You got to, it's called responsibility. You know what you're doing. Now, I get it. I'm not glorifying that shit, or I'm not saying that, that shit's cool. I'm not saying that the street life is cool, but what I'm saying is that, you knew you wasn't playing bad. You knew it wasn't Boy Scouts. You knew what the fuck you was doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to keep in mind, right, that a person who has killed before, a person who has sold drugs in the community, they already living without morals and shit. You know what I'm saying? So for them to do something that people will consider to be unethical, he been living like that. So, you know what I'm saying? What can you expect? Again, at the end of the day.
But let me ask you this. What about the same motherfuckers that you sitting around talking about, hey, yo, I love you, man. You my nigga. You my mans.
Yeah.
And then turn around and you giving, listen, he out of jail, but what about all the people he put in jail? What about all, he told on some of his people. I hear people saying that. You was telling me that the whitey dude saying that, well, he didn't tell on me. I think that's cowardice because he told on a lot of people that y'all hung out with.
When he went to prison originally, he was in general population. That means he didn't tell on nobody originally. Whatever telling that he did, it was behind that case that he caught in prison because he was a regular inmate. He was in Lewisburg doing time in the general population and shit. He was very popular. The investigator said when he caught that case, he was on the phone for damn near 24 hours a day. That means he has superstar status in the prison system to be on that phone all day like that. So when he left the streets, he was in good standing as far as his co-defendants and the people around him is concerned. It was when he got to the federal system and caught that case with them Colombians, with Griselda's son,
Right.
one of Griselda's sons, that's when he went left field.
Well, yeah, because he sat in that cell for a while and said, damn, I can't do this. I ain't strong enough to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, when you doing all that goddamn time and you watching niggas go home and come back and go home and you still got life and shit, that probably can affect you.
Let me ask you this, Gully. This is the crazy part. When you out there killing and doing all this shit, you selling all these drugs to the community. I don't understand. Like, when you get caught, you get weak. You was a man doing all that. That's what that's what they claim.
Yeah. Rayful ain't the first to do it though, man. This is something this is consistent with the drug trade. For the most part, people got to stop breaking the law and find something else to do because the penalties is breaking niggas, man. Sammy the Bull broke. Rayful broke.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Everything you just said, facts. You right. You right.
Idris, I appreciate you calling in. I'm going to take another call. Thank you.
All right, my man.
Yeah. He said Tony Lewis got to be hot. That was one of his co-defendants and shit. I'm telling you, man, that they might not hang out together, but them niggas is going to talk behind closed doors. There probably would even be money exchanged and shit. Like, you know, the fresh home check, the fresh out of jail check. All of that probably will transpire, man, because like I said, man, them niggas went to jail. They wasn't at odds or nothing like that. All of this shit happened while he was incarcerated. He said, I guess Freeway Rick is a rare dude. Freeway. He did something. He just told on the police. He told on the police. So the people that put him in jail, they was dirty. And these niggas don't want to die in jail, man. Believe me when I tell you. Freeway has a book out, by the way. And I also interviewed him on this platform. He's been home for many, many years. And he don't seem to have no tag attached to his name. I believe the people that he told on or whatever was law enforcement or something like that. He said Freeway pulled a Frank Lucas. They said Rayful definitely will be able to come to D.C. Apollo Williams said Freeway ain't stand up. He told on police telling is telling. I don't think nobody gonna be vilified for telling on the police. Unique Mecca didn't tell. Some people didn't. Some people did. It's a personal decision, a decision that these gentlemen got to live with. Little D out of the Bay Area stood tall. He said, Rayful said, coming off the plane, I'll be back. He did say that. He did. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all 800 of y'all. Like the video, man. Good afternoon. The hotline is open. 646-592-7850. Talk to the dribble. Let me know how y'all feel. Jerome Gilson said, Ray will not be roaming around. As long as you got some drip, these guys will let anything slide. Blading, snitching, it doesn't matter. It don't got to be in black and white to tell, feel me? It's sad, Gully. I work in MDC in Brooklyn. In federal jail, I watch gangsters break in half. Yeah, there's going to be some affidavits. There's going to be some affidavits, man, associated with this. For real. Oh, while I'm here, man, I have to talk about the police officer that killed Sonia Massey had been fired from 6 law enforcement agencies since 2020, and they continued to hire him. He had been chastised. There's an audio recording of a police captain telling him, I don't think that you should be wearing this uniform, chastising him about lying and doing a whole bunch of other unethical shit. He is somebody who should not have been a police officer, but white privilege afforded him a job, and he killed a motherfucker. For real. I got a new caller. New Jersey, what's up? Talk to the dribble.
Yo, what's up, Gully? What it do? It's your boy Porter from Trenton, New Jersey. What's good?
Oh, shout out to Trenton, man. My man Big Oo from Trenton, man. DJ Raleigh, shout out to Trenton.
I just want to shout you out, you know what I mean, for doing your little pieces, on the weed man and Big Oo situation and so on and so forth. I'm a big fan of the show. I'm following.
Yeah.
I'm at work right now, crushing boxes, but I don't give a fuck. I'm over here shouting you out.
Oh yeah, man. Ain't nothing wrong with working a job. We gotta start treating the job like a hustle.
I could have been in the street. You feel me? I was in the street. You know what I mean? I saw a little crack. I saw a little dope. Sold some weed. You know what I mean? I don't rob the niggas too.
Do the right thing. Continue to do the right thing. You'll be out here with the rest of us. I appreciate you calling in.
Facts. But yo, I got a question, Gully.
Shoot.
I got a question. Yo, what's up with this CMOS gummies, man? I was trying to cop them, and you said something about some export. What's really good with it?
Oh, I got the berry blended in right now. I got every flavor except for pineapple. So go to the website. I got berry and I got Irish moss. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, man. I can deal with you direct. All right? Hit me up, man. Let's get some CMOS gummies out to you today.
You my favorite. I'm gonna say this, yo. You my favorite appreciate your channel. Whole bunch of real niggas tap in. It's Gully. You already know what to do. Gully.
Thank you, sir. Yep, peace. Boom, boom, boom. Talk to the dribble, man. Talk to the dribble. Subscribe to the channel, The Real Gully TV, hip hop, sports, and fashion, man. I got more dope coming to y'all this week. I promise y'all, man. Original content. I know a lot of people around here ain't doing original content. I am. I'm going to stick to my formula no matter what, man. I'm going to keep giving y'all what I've been giving y'all the whole time. Call in, man. I got another 5 minutes, man. I got somebody trying to get this line. Corey Chambers, he said, Bimmy told you have to go over to Zip with the Drip channel, man, to get further information on Bimmy. I ain't going to sit here and kick on him or wipe my feet on him, disrespect him or nothing. He was kind to me. He was professional with me. But he got a reputation attached to his name, and some of the information seems to be a little powerful, but I'm gonna stay off of that. I'm gonna stay off of that. God Body Woo Woo said, go to work, do your burpees, take your vitamins and herbs, take care of your family and mind your business. Keep your dribble right. The streets is done. Believe that. USA Easy Gold. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't got nobody beating the U.S. I don't. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. I got the hotline back operating. I'm going to be in here a couple of times a week. So you can talk to the dribble, man. Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, what up?
What's going on with your Gully, man? Look, check it.
What's your name, G? Hold on. What's your name?
My name is Omar.
Omar, talk to me.
Man, I'm trying to see. So, wasn't it that Rayful's guys, when it was being sent to his guys when he was locked up, wasn't it that they weren't trying to pay?
Yeah, niggas was beating him. And the connect that he was dealing with, they was Colombians. And his Colombian connect, the one that he was close to, I believe his name was Oswaldo or something like that. He ended up getting killed. He ended up getting killed. He ended up, Chicky, pardon me. He ended up getting killed, and the rest of them Colombians, they wanted their money. They wasn't his friend. They didn't do time with him. He was just a regular nigga to them. So apparently he might have felt that his life was in danger because he couldn't pay them bills. And the niggas that wasn't paying him for them birds,
yeah,
he got on the phone and he booked them. That's according to some of the documentaries that we seen.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to see, man. Man, I appreciate it, Gully, man. I'll be watching you all the time, man, G.
Yep, I appreciate you calling. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next caller. He said, we don't need to be watching the Olympics. They got transgender and they mocking the Last Supper. Yeah, I heard about that. They said he got killed by Pablo Escobar. Yeah, Escobar and his mother was at odds for some reason and shit like that. You seen the story. You seen the story. Ugly. He said, what would you do in that situation? Why do y'all keep trying to put me in the shoes of a snitch? Ask me what the fuck I would have did, man. I wouldn't have been on them goddamn phones selling no goddamn dope, no kilos in the fucking penitentiary, man. I would have been trying to get that first sentence up off my ass. That's what I would have been trying to do. That nigga went to the fucking penitentiary and continued to sell fucking birds and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, man, when is enough? Enough is enough, goddamn it. Like, for real. Like, he was obviously addicted to selling bricks, man. He went to jail and continued to sell fucking bricks, man. Like, I'm pretty sure he had lots of money. Like, let's say that I did get on the line and start pumping bricks from jail. Once I got a few $100,000, man, it ain't no need to keep on pumping and shit. This nigga was up in the millions and shit. Like, he was trying to run it the fuck up on them people's phones and shit. Everybody in jail that's with him know what the fuck going on. He pumping like a motherfucker. Them niggas is in touch with D.C. on the streets. They call a home motherfucker. So, man, Ray still got work. You got to be careful, man. It was a decision that he made. That nigga was addicted to selling fucking bricks, yo. For real. I'm pretty sure he made a lot of niggas rich. He also put some people down and shit. This case was a long time ago. Them niggas that he told on, they probably home. Them niggas probably home by now. I'm pretty sure some of them are home by now. They beat him home. They probably beat him home because he had life and they just had whatever they pled to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gully, have you heard the situation with Math Hoffa beating up his chick? Math Hoffa has showed no control the whole time he's been online. He's repeatedly swung on people. He's been violent and assaultive the whole time he's been a battle rapper. So for somebody to say that he jumped on his broad, he probably did. He don't got no self-control and shit. The nigga has been swinging on people the whole time that he's been in the game. So he probably got a problem keeping his hands to his motherfucking self. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion on it. You know what I mean? Nigga don't got no self-control. He went live with her last night. She said it was bullshit. Hey, man, I'm not here to judge. You asked me, did I think, is it possible? He seems to be assaultive. Maybe he did do it. Godbody Woo Woo said, we can't expect anything else from Mav. If he don't get his way, he gets violent. Yeah, it's not too far-fetched. So subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. He said, Gully, he went live last night and had her hostage. She probably got a check to get on that live stream. A little damage control. Do I think he did it? Probably. He probably did it. He don't strike me as no hoe getting motherfucking shit. Get a bitch for the first time. And, you know, some of these chicks be rebellious. These are a different breed of women now. These bitches got options, man. You know who her options is, right? Her friends list. You know what I'm saying? Your replacement is more than likely on her friends list. You need to know and understand that. So there you go. Good afternoon, man. Rest in peace to Sonya Massey. Her executioner was fired 6 times from different law enforcement agencies. He should have never had that job. He should have never been in a position to kill somebody. He was going to hurt somebody sooner or later. You know what I mean? What up, Brother Motion? What up? Make sure y'all go into all your streaming sites and get PILLMATIC 2, man. PILLMATIC 1 and 2. We also doing singles. We putting out singles every like 10 days. Our latest one is called Purpose. That's with Smooth Haynes. Go to the streaming sites and listen to that dopeness. We putting out dope shit, believe me. BK Crypto said that white cop needs to go. People get online and become addicted, man. Motherfuckers get online and feel like they famous. There you go. There you go. These cities let anybody join the force. It's probably a job that don't nobody fucking want. Vibes Cartel is free. How do you feel about it? He don't pose me any threat. Y'all already know how them roster niggas give it up. Are you surprised? I mean, hell, life goes on, man. Life goes on. Rayful's free, though. Rayful Edmund is free. He don't look like he's fresh out. He look like he done been out for a minute. So there you go, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I got a barbershop appointment, man. I got to go get me a checkup from the neck up. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure y'all go to my website, therealdribble.com. Get you a copy of my book, some things I've been through. I write about dealing with a lot of these gangsters, drug kingpins, and I give my opinions on them, their actions, and the whole nine, man. Make sure you go to my website, get you an autographed copy, straight up. He said, Rayful looked younger than all of those cats. If you in the penitentiary, you probably can... It probably will preserve you. If you in there stressing, you ain't got no money, you probably gonna shrivel up and die. Rayful probably had a lot of money still, had a lot of women still coming to see him and shit like that. There you go. It's nothing to glorify, though. You know what I mean? He said Rayful has to be seen. Pizza Boy Velo. Let me kick you out of here, man. It don't take nothing to kick you out the chat, man. I got the button right in front of me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Have a wonderful day. You think he gonna get that Alpo treatment? What you mean the Alpo treatment? You talking about somebody gonna do something to him? I don't know. I'm not at liberty to say anything like that on here. I just know that DC, I've been in both places, Harlem and I've been in DC. DC niggas don't play, man. There's niggas in Harlem that get busy too, as you see what happened to Alpo and shit, but DC niggas, that's a whole different breed. That's a whole. Alpo spoke about it. He said it was way more dangerous than New York City. So there you go. You think he would get $1 million deal? His story is in vogue now. He's home. He was big enough to do an interview with Barbara Walters back in the day. So this story is going. It ain't gonna do nothing but grow the next couple of days until something else happens. Yeah. Rayful was in witness protection. His 20 years wasn't a regular 20 years. Rayful definitely will be at MGM National Harbor next year. He has a big family. Nothing will happen to him. Okay. There you have it. Podgy, what's up? How come we didn't see an Alpo funeral? Nothing. I don't think he's dead. There's some people that said he's not dead, but you never know, man. It's a lot of deception. You think Teflon Sean will welcome him? They had a relationship before he went to prison. Sean was kind of like a younger guy at the time. Let's say he was like his little man or something like that, if that's the appropriate way to say it. If Rayful Edmund was to walk up on Sean Branch somewhere, he gonna say, "What's up, Slim?" And Sean is probably gonna say, "What's up, Slim? How you doing?" And it don't reflect on Sean. It don't. Whatever happens, I'm pretty sure it will be in a private setting. If he liked Rayful enough to visit him in jail, he probably held a great deal of respect for him. Rayful probably did some things for him when he was a younger guy. So again, if he say, "What's up, Shorty? How you doing?" Or "What's up, Slim?" That's how they talk. He gonna get a "What's up, Slim?" back, and that probably will be the end of it. But the public shit, I don't see no public action going on and shit. These dudes still got their own reputation and their own legacy to protect. And there you go. He said, "You saw Unique did an interview with Alpo. People are going to want that interview." Alpo told me he was about to slap the fuck out of Unique that day. But he didn't go there to do no interview with him, man. He went there for violence and shit, man. Unique in some type of way was able to diffuse it, man. I don't know how that shit went. But anyway, that's been about an hour for me, man. I got some things to do. I got a barbershop appointment. I appreciate y'all for coming through fucking with me, man. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. I got more dope content coming for y'all, man. And respect the dribble. All right? Peace.